What's up, Who Dat Nation? I hope you guys are still rocking with us here late on Thursday night, early Friday morning, depending on where you're watching from. The Saints made two picks in the first round of the 2022 NFL Draft. We broke down Chris Olave in detail. We'll break down that trade up again and hand out a grade, and then we will also get to the Trevor Penning selection as well. But let's start with how things got kicked off. This was actually the first trade on NFL Draft Night as the Saints moved up from 16 to 11. It cost them $16.98 and $120 to do it. So value pretty decent, actually, to only give up a late third and a late or middle fourth to go up 5 selections and draft Chris Olave, who ended up being the pick here because Chris Olave was the third receiver drafted as receivers were starting to come off the board. We illustrated this earlier. Drake London went number 8. Garrett Wilson went number 10. So the Saints went up and got Chris Olave. Chris Olave is going to be a great receiver right away and probably for a very, very long time. I don't know if he can be a true alpha number 1 down the road, but luckily for New Orleans, you don't need him to be that. You have Michael Thomas as your number 1 coming back this year. Hopefully he gets back to peak form after not playing much at all in the past 2 seasons, but we know when he's healthy and engaged, he is a damn good football player, and Chris Olave is a smooth talent that you can put on the opposite side. I mentioned it earlier, and if you guys are tired of hearing me saying it, I'm sorry, I'm saying it one more time, but I would have traded up for Jameson Williams. But Chris Olave is still a really good player. I think overall he's going to fit in just fine. So grade the pick of Chris Olave at number 11 overall. Let's hear it from you guys down in the comments. Move it up, obviously, from number 16 to number 11. Give me an A, B, C, D, or F. Get your grades in, and I'll give you my grade here in just a moment. My thoughts on Chris Olave, and do we have the graphical grade, or am I just saying it out loud? I would give it a B-. I think it's a good pick. If it was Jameson Williams, I probably would have given it an A, but you got up, you got a receiver, you needed one, and after Williams, Olave was the next guy for me. So I can't have a major gripe here. It's an above-average selection for New Orleans. I wonder if he would have been there at 16, but probably not. I mean, Jahan Dotson went 16 overall, and Olave is a better player than him. You look at Tom Downey's scouting report of Olave, really good route runner, smooth, doesn't give you, crazy yak yards after the catch. He's not one of these zigzaggers like CeeDee Lamb was where he catches it and can just go, Tyreek Hill or someone like that, but he's smooth. He's crisp with his route running. He can stretch the field, and, he runs the intermediate routes as well. I think the Keenan Allen comp is a good one. I've seen that one throw it out there. Hopefully he'll throw on, 10, 15 pounds over the next couple of years as he's, a little light at about 185, 190. But I think he can improve on that frame because he is about 6'2". Subscribe if you are a real Saints fan. We are at about 5,200 subscribers last time I checked, so let's get to 6,000 as soon as possible. If you love the Saints, if you're a member of Who Dat Nation, producer Trace is working hard to help you guys get more videos. And by the way, he loves both of the Saints draft picks, so kudos on that. Subscribe to the channel for more draft coverage. We'll have day 2 and day 3 still to come with plenty of draft analysis. Let's get to the second pick of the night, though. That was Trevor Penning, the offensive tackle out of Northern Iowa. Listen, how many times did we talk on this show about Penning being mocked to the Saints? A lot. I mean, several mocks had this happening, whether it was at 16 or 19. And now you've got your new left tackle. You've got your Teron Armstead replacement. That is Trevor Penning, who has a lot of power, has a lot of upside. He mauls people in the run game. Needs to improve a little bit as a pass blocker. But I think overall he is a guy that can come in and start in the NFL. Now, technique stuff, certain things here and there, jumping competition, playing in the FCS to the NFL, those are all things part of the learning curve, but that's part of just being a rookie in general. Like, it's obviously a big jump, especially on the offensive line. So, if Trevor Penning kind of has an average rookie year, that doesn't mean he stinks. That just means that he's still growing as a player. I think 19 is good value for him. I like this pick for New Orleans. Grade the pick of Penning at number 19. Scale it for us, 1 to 100, 100 being A++++, one being this is the worst pick ever. I think it's pretty good overall. I'll give more thoughts on my grade and the more thoughts on Penning as a player and as a fit here in just a moment. But first, guys, day 2 of the NFL Draft is upon us. It's already Friday in most places in the world, depending on where you are watching. We'll be live at 6 o'clock Eastern for rounds 2 and 3. Maybe the Saints will draft Matt Corral as a quarterback on day 2. Malik Willis still out there. We'll see what New Orleans does. Subscribe to our main channel. That's where we'll have breakdowns of every single pick in the NFL Draft. And, of course, here on Saints Now, we'll have you covered as well. YouTube.com/ChatSportsTV. Myself, Tom Downing, Chase Sr., and some of the other members of the Chat Sports staff will have live analysis and breakdowns of every single NFL draft pick. So subscribe and lock in. We'll be live 6 o'clock Eastern on Friday night. So Trevor Penning, I'm going to give it a B grade. B plus is kind of where I landed here. I think it's a good pick. I do wonder a little bit what the jump from FCS to the NFL will be. But again, at number 19 in a draft where a lot of offensive linemen went, especially early. 3 tackles went in the top 9 picks. So Penning getting to 19 was actually a bit of a surprise to me. So when he was sitting there, kind of fell into the Saints' lap. You wondered when they traded up at 11, are they going to trade up for a tackle because they're worried these guys are falling? No, they went Chris Olave. You get Penning, and you look at his scouting report. Like I mentioned earlier, he just bullies guys in the run game. The competition, like I mentioned, is going to be a challenge to make that jump from Northern Iowa to the NFL. Needs to work on the pass blocking, but New Orleans is a team that wants to run the football. He can grow into that role as an elite pass blocker. He's got the frame and the skill set to do it at 6'7", 325 pounds. Arms are long, big hands. He should be able to get a nice little jab as a left tackle, kind of add that to his game as well. I think Penning is a guy that you guys should be very, very excited about because I think his ceiling is very high out of all the tackles in this draft. I think he's up there for sure. What's the better pick? Which one did you like better? Type CO for Chris Olave, type TP for Trevor Penning. I think Olave may have the better impact right away, but Penning might have been the better value. So we'll see what happens down the road. But I think both, in that B minus range, B plus for Penning maybe. Good selections here. Let us know, CO or TP. Now looking ahead to day 2, some of the best players available on the board. Nakobe Dean, the linebacker out of Georgia. Breece Hall, the running back out of Iowa State. You got Roger McCreary, Andrew Booth Jr., a couple of cornerbacks there as well. Sky Moore, the Western Michigan wide receiver. Baylor DB, Jalen Petrie. Kenneth Walker, the back out of Michigan State. And Arnold Ebiketie. Also, Kyler Gordon, corner out of Washington, a player I really like. Chad Muma, George Pickens, Travis Jones. We mentioned a couple of quarterbacks that are still out there. We can flash the quarterbacks real quick, can't we? We mentioned earlier that maybe Matt Corral's a guy the Saints would target, but only one QB went on day 1. That was Kenny Pickett to the Steelers. Malik Willis is still out there. Desmond Ridder is still out there. Matt Corral, Sam Howell. These are all guys in that round 2 to 3 range, and, I'm glad the Saints didn't take one in round 1. I might consider it in round 2, though, if I am New Orleans. But you got to factor in they did trade a 3rd and a 4th round pick to move up in round 1. Do they want to spend their 2nd round pick on a QB? We'll have to wait and see how that plays out. All right, we're going to sign off here on Saints Now. We'll leave you with this question. Who should the Saints draft next? We just went through some of the best available and some of the quarterbacks still on the board. Let us know in the comments and subscribe and stay tuned. We'll have you covered with more videos.